Let's meet them in battle, Doran.
Good job, brother.
Nice one, Kraloth!
Kieran scowls at him in his jaunty hat.
Almost got to attack, but then Jack came out of nowhere.
Take another shot, will ya?
What do you mean you don't know what an elf is? We'll talk after.
Pincushion Jack.
But I did nothing. I did nothing to you.
He abandoned us. Run away.
Right beside you, Red.
Doran is going to dash right up into the face of the Hunt Lord, but I've already used my action surge, so I'm just there.
Hey.
Didn't think this one through. Welcome back to Dice Shame, episode 106, Return to Haunt.
MVP this week goes to Samuel Corkill, the freshest member of our Facebook group and who's also found us on Discord. You've made it through the internet and found us, Samuel, and this is how we thank you.
100,000 downloads. That's right. Despite passing it a few weeks back, we wanted to take a moment and thank each and every one of you for listening. It's been an amazing journey so far, and we can't wait to see how far we'll take it. Please consider recommending us to a friend or leaving us a review, and sincerely, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, shall we do this?
Yeah, let's get down to business. So as part of my job in the lab, I interact pretty closely with some students. I'm a clinical educator. So I get to know a couple new learners every few weeks. And over the course of the time that I spend with them, I end up asking them a little bit about their lives. You know, they're pretty young.
They're like 4.
They're like 24
They're
years
like-
old.
They're like just learning how to walk.
What do I do with this, Joe?
When they have to go to the bathroom, they just tug on their penises.
This is Joe.
No.
But I asked them, I'm like, you know, what are you up to this weekend? Oh, cool. Where do you work? And whatever. And they're like part-time retail or wait staff or like lab assistant or whatever. But then some of them have never had an actual job before, ever, in their
Oh.
whole lives.
How does that work?
I guess it's a thing, right? I don't know.
Hmm.
My parents encouraged my brother and I to get jobs in high school, basically, like maybe even a little bit too soon. Like, I think there's a legal age, and I think my
Like 6?
I think no, like maybe 14 or something. I had my first like serious part-time job.
Yeah.
I was working at a bakery in town. Did you guys? So, what was your first job?
Oh, wow.
I think mine was 15, and it was Alexander's Music Studios.
Right.
And it was
I
right
remember that.
after. I think Alex worked there too, right?
You're going to take mine. You took mine.
Yeah, but my 15 is 3 years after your 15. So we both had the same job, just 3 years
Alex
difference.
was there first.
Yeah,
Did you like it?
I did, yeah.
What did you do there?
Well, let Alex talk.
No, you go ahead. You tell them all about what we did.
You don't remember, do you?
Of course I remember.
It's been too
I remember.
many years of...
I remember, too. I went to Alexander Music Studios, and you guys were always there.
Yeah.
Alexander's Music Studios, yeah, they taught piano lessons, guitar lessons, vocal lessons, and things like that. So they needed someone to charge payments, to, you know,
Working the front desk.
answer the
Yeah.
phone, the front desk, basically.
Okay.
Somebody who would
Yeah.
take the checks
Yeah.
for the students' lessons.
Gotcha. Okay.
As a man named Alex, did you enjoy working at a place that had your namesake?
I loved it, actually. I always thought it was so wild because people would come in.
This is my music studio.
Yeah, people would come in and say, "Oh, is this yours?" And I'd say, "Yeah, it is."
You'd lie. You'd lie.
This fucking 16-year-old kid, I'm Alexander.
No, I would say, no, it was originally James Alexander.
Gone through a long line of.
It's actually interesting because Alex and I have had the same. I followed in his footsteps, I guess, literally, because he worked at Alexander's Music Studios, and then I worked at Alexander's Music Studios.
Oh.
And then he worked at Blockbuster Video, and then I worked at Blockbuster Video.
Which was right next door.
It's still figuratively unless you're
Well,
walking directly behind him.
No, I mean, it was literally, I was going in the same position as him, right?
Yeah, no, that's literal. Yeah.
It's still figurative.
Literally?
No.
Literal.
Oh, you're right. No, it is figuratively.
All right, regardless, the point is that I worked directly after Alex, although we never worked at the same Blockbuster store.
He literally folled in my footsteps.
I think what they're saying is this metaphor literally applies right now.
that does.
Yes.
Or maybe it's illiterate.
And Justin, did you say that you worked there too, or you just were there as a patron?
No, I was learning. I was learning the
As a
instruments.
patient?
I was a patient. I was
patient of
a music patient.
I mean, you got to be very patient to.
Kind of.
Actually, I mean, it wasn't a music therapy clinic, but those are things.
You weren't very patient.
I wasn't.
What was your first job?
I had the classic paper route.
Oh yeah.
Waking up at 6 in the morning on a Sunday and
getting out of bed at 7:30.
Did you hoof it? No, you drove.
my mom drove me. My mom made it so much easier than it could have been. Oh God, there
Yeah.
were some days where there were like 400 newspapers, and we'd spend at least 2 hours just folding them and tying them up, putting them into bags, and that took up the huge process. Throwing them on the lawn was like 10% of the job, and
Yeah.
I just threw them on the lawn. I'm realizing that's probably why I didn't stay as a.
And then you'd have to go and collect. I remember you'd have to go and be like, "Hi,
Really?
news advertiser."
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
and there was no, because it was a free newspaper, right?
Yeah.
So people didn't have to pay.
That's crazy.
You'd be like, I'm taking donations for news advertiser. I remember that. I never did it myself, but Tommy did. And I remember going like door to door with him.
You know what's funny, actually? Because, like as a parent, you do that.
You tell those kids to fuck off.
No, but you do that
Like,
for
I'm not
your
paying
kid.
your news advertising.
Of course
fee.
you would.
The funniest
Yeah.
thing, though, is that I also did that a lot.
Paper routes?
A paper route, but I didn't have my own paper route.
You just
I would go down to my friend Kyle's house, and he had a paper route.
You'd help him out.
And he'd be like, "Yo, I got to do this. Help me." And we just hang out, and I'd stuff fucking 100,000 papers or whatever, and then we'd go and deliver them like it was some sort of fun. And do you think I ever got paid? No dollars.
Yeah, we all had friends who did paper routes. Either you did one or you had friends that did one in the suburbs.
I definitely remember Chris helping me a couple times.
Yeah.
Yep.
I helped Tommy. Alex helped Kyle. Chris helped you. We all had paper
Paper route
routes.
buddies.
That sounds like a gang of child labor.
I mean,
It really was.
Yeah.
It's 100% because they didn't pay you unless you collected the fees, which were optional. So like the people would 100% could be like, no, I'm good this month, and you're like, oh, okay.
it's a racket.
Did people want these newspapers?
No, I don't
Not
think so.
really. No.
I mean, even at that point, print media was
Flyers,
dying.
right? Like ads.
No, they were like actual.
Quality
They
journalism.
broke the
contained.
story on.
The penny
Breaking
saver.
child labor in this very newspaper.
Hey, they're talking about us.
That's great. Stories created by and broken by the same newspaper. Rob, what'd you do? What was your first?
That was in Saskatchewan, right?
I don't remember if it was my first. There was, a significant high school job was working at Dairy Queen for sure.
Nice.
Yeah, we all had a friend that worked at Dairy Queen as well.
That was Rob. Frob.
Did a stint at Staples for a while.
Yeah.
Worked at a gas station for a while. Yeah.
I can see that.
Gas station Rob. I can't see that one. I can see all the others.
The gas station one was in university. It was really great because I listened to just audiobooks in my headphones on. I don't know.
Oh, nice.
iPods were a thing, and so I was listening to an audiobook and
They still
selling
are.
people cigarettes. And well, but I mean, they weren't for my whole life. There was a period where they weren't.
Well, they weren't invented yet, Rob.
Are iPods still a thing, though?
I think working at a gas station would not be as fun if you couldn't just zone out and listen to the
It's true.
It's very true.
the trials and tribulations of Rincewind the Wizard or whatever. And yeah.
I agree. Hi, my name is Justin James, and audiobooks are a big part
I
of my...
saved Rob's life.
I saved Rob.
Single-handedly.
He would have poured that gasoline all over himself.
When you buy an audiobook, you don't have to deliver it. You don't have to have child laborers deliver that book.
Yeah.
See this man working in a gas station?
But I think there's something really interesting about the range of stuff. So I had Alexander's Music Studio, Blockbuster, a hotel, like the front desk of a hotel, discount car and truck rental, and then Aquarian, a water cooler company. Those were sort of my 5. Justin, what were your first 5?
What were your
My
first
first
5
5,
weirdest jobs?
Let's see. I did paper route, Moore's clothing for men.
Hey, that's right. You and I both did that.
Yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, I followed in your footsteps.
Forgot about that.
It's like they all lived in the same neighborhood or something. Eh?
We actually didn't. That's the weird thing.
Okay, before you continue, you know what's crazy?
What's that?
I went into Moore's just the other day for a tux fitting.
Yeah.
And I said to the lady that was helping me, I said, "Oh, I used to work here, blah, blah, blah." And she's like, "Oh, really? Do you know so-and-so?" I said, "No, it was a while ago." "Oh, when did you work here?" I was like, 20 years ago.
Oh, no.
I was like,
I
holy
know.
Wow, you're getting old,
Holy
man.
crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Sorry, continue, Justin.
You waited a bit.
Well, I had jobs in university. I had like summer jobs. I was a server at Safari Bar and Grill in Ajax.
Right.
And I was a tour guide in Montreal and
Oh, that's right, with Eric.
yep, with Eric. And then I was a music therapist and then narrator.
Right. It's interesting how many of our jobs, and we've very clearly, obviously connected it already, came from like friends or family. You know what I mean? Because like Chris got you the serving job, Eric got you the,
Oh,
Alex obviously got me
yeah.
my first 2 jobs.
Oh, yeah.
It's just funny that there's like a crossover. Alex, what about you? First 5.
Okay, so yeah, there was Alexander's Music Studios. Then there was a time, I'm trying to think of what I did after that. I was cutting grass for some time.
It was like 20 years ago.
And then I did work at a candy packaging factory.
Oh, yeah. I
What
remember
kind
that.
of candy?
Mike and Ike's, a lot of stuff you see in like Walmart.
You stole a bunch.
No, I
Oh,
didn't.
no.
Never stole.
What are they
anything.
going to do?
Maybe,
They're going to
maybe-
track you down?
What's the statute of limitations on candy?
It was
theft?
20 years ago, Alex.
Listen, you don't want to get in the Mike and Ike cartel. They're,
Maybe the odd like candy here
Hey,
and there.
Spike, we got a lead on that candy that went missing 20 years ago. I was listening to this podcast. I'm going to stake out his place at Oshawa.
Fire up the car.
I was in the band at that time, and Harlan and Justin were both in that band as well. Man, we have
Right,
crossed a
yeah.
lot of paths, haven't we?
You guys have some
Jesus.
history.
Sure have.
So I was in this band, and I was in on a Friday, and I said, okay, it was like 3:00 in the afternoon, whatever, and I worked till 5. And the boss comes up, and he's this like lazy old guy, and he was a jerk all the time, just a jerk. It's just the way he spoke to people. He was a jerk. Anyways, he comes up to me, he says, "Yeah, you need to come in on Saturday." And I said, "Oh, well, I can't because I've got this gig, and we're going all the way to like so and so place, and I can't." I can't work. I can work next weekend if you want. No, I need you to come in, or you can just accept that maybe this isn't for you. I like literally dropped what I was doing, and I'm not kidding. Like when I say dropped, I mean literally dropped, not figuratively. I dropped the candy bag that I was holding, and I said, "Okay," and I walked out the door, and I was like, "Okay, yeah," because
Screw
like
you.
I thought to myself, "Fuck this shit."
Wow.
Mhm.
I quit Discount the exact same way. They hired me on with a beard,
Yeah.
and I worked there for 8 months. And for some reason, the regional manager came in one day, who I've met many times, and he came in and he was in a pissy mood. I remember this guy always had a bad streak, and he looked right at me and he's like, "No more," and just like gestured to his face, like as if to signal. He goes, "Go home and shave." I was like, "You want me to shave my beard?" He's like, "Yes, now."
how
I'm like, "You want me to leave?" Like it's mid shift. And I was like, and I told him, I was like, "If I go home, I'm not coming back." He's like, "That's your decision." I just never went back.
How
Wow.
fucked up is capitalism that like junior managers of shitty little places are like, no, I get to make personal decisions about you now. No, I don't like those earrings, and shave that face and change your hair
Yeah.
color and no
Oh,
tattoos.
100%.
I need you to come
Yeah.
in on days that you're not supposed to work
Like
anyways.
that's some
For
bullshit.
real.
Big yikes.
Yeah.
What about you, Rob?
I mean, so I think I got 3 there, and I think so Dairy Queen and Staples and the gas station. I was really lucky though in high school. There's a nitrogen fertilizer
Ooh.
plant that had a deal with the high school to hire some summer students. So I did. I think the summer between grade 11 and grade 12, and the summer after grade 12, I worked at this nitrogen fertilizer plant in their stores, and so like handing out parts and stuff to people and
Sweet
mowing
gig.
lawns, and it was pretty sweet. And it was in one of the super cool places where everything can kill you if you look at it wrong, and it was really neat.
And that's when you fell in love with engineering.
Pretty much. And then I went to become a chemical engineer at school, and I came back and worked in a different job at that facility because I knew the people there and got to do some engineering stuff there. And yeah,
Sweet.
then I moved out
And that's
east
5.
and became a consultant. So there's a bonus.
No, that's 6.
Mm-mm,
Delete
too
it.
many.
Didn't
All
happen.
right. Didn't
You're
happen.
not a
I don't-
consultant. Sorry. Rob goes to work on Monday. What are you doing here? You've never worked here. Who are you?
Oh yeah, it just gets deleted.
don't
It's
get
like a,
6.
it's a Wonderful Life type shit.
Oh no.
Don't get sick.
Yeah.
Joe, Queen Joe. What are the 5?
I started with a berry farm
That's going to be your novel. It started with a berry farm.
The Joe Phallic story.
I was 9 years old.
Child labor again.
I think it was a combination of child labor and free babysitting, maybe in the summer times. My parents would drop us off. We would pick berries all day long.
It wasn't actually a job. They were just babysitting you, and they're like, "Where's my
Well,
daughter? Oh, she's out in the field picking berries. She's
I
been there all
saved
day."
up enough money for a plane ticket. And I flew to Winnipeg by myself when I was 9 years old to visit with my cousin. My brother did it too
Nice.
the summer before me.
I was like, why Winnipeg?
So that was like the whole goal. It was like work all summer, 9-year-old, and save up enough money and fly by yourself on an airplane to go to a different province,
That's
which was
amazing.
very cool.
Wow.
After that, I did babysitting, as many adolescents do.
Oh, yeah. I did that one.
And I did that before and after school every day for a long time. And then I worked in the bakery, which was my first like official actual job with a paycheck. You know what I mean? So that was a teeny tiny little bakery. I lived in a rural town in Ontario. So there's just the one bakery in town when I was living there. That was cool. Baker Bob's.
Was he holding lots of your money in trust?
No, I don't know what that means.
All
What?
the bakers.
Oh, from
and-
our show.
That's our show, darling.
Oh,
I don't know if you remember this dice shame.
Dice
Thing
shame.
that we're doing
Dice
eventually.
shame, right.
Eventually.
I was a camp counselor.
Oh, that's right. You were a camp counselor.
I
I
was
can
a
see
camp
that.
counselor
I
for a
can see
couple
that.
summers.
I can
That's
definitely see
cool.
that.
Oh,
That's
right,
the first one
everybody.
where I'm like, oh, yeah.
Mhm.
That's
yeah,
Joe.
absolutely. Like
Enthusiasm.
shouting at 80 12-year-olds, like
Yeah.
trying to get them to hit each other with wet sponges. Actually, that didn't take much encouragement. I worked at Tim Hortons as a night baker, doing the 4 a.m. shift.
Night baker.
And
Phallic.
I was a waitress. Or actually, before I was a waitress, I worked in the back. So I was like a line cook at a vegan restaurant.
Oh.
It's 5.5.
That's my 5.
And that's where you decided how disgusting it was, and you decided to eat meat, right?
11 years later. Yes.
I just need more blood in my life, and so I took a
Veganism
real
is
hard
ruining
turn.
the planet.
That's my 5.
Hey.
Those are the jobs that define us.
Did you do 5, Harley?
Yeah.
Just stole half of Alex's and half of Justin's.
No.
then added a water
3 to
cooler
5
on there.
were originals, I think. No one else worked at a water cooler company.
That takes
Oh, it's
real
not
guts.
No.
Well, and then I did that for like 10 years. So that.
And here we are, all individual people pretending to be other individual people with very
What?
different jobs.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's right.
Speaking of pretending to do a different job.
Let's play some D&D.
Ayo.
It's mid-combat, guys. Picture mist all over the place, snow-capped burial mounds. We've got everyone's favorite undead hunters. Let's get right down to business. Okay, Kraloth, it's your turn.
Let's meet them in battle, Doran.
Of course, brother.
And Kraloth is going to run towards the one that Screven has been attacking.
Yeah.
And he's going to call upon Cullumvor for some added inspiration. So I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt as a level 3.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Cool.
That is a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Yeah.
He's going to take a few d6s of damage.
It just says a few, so I don't know what that is.
Just roll a bunch.
3 to
and-
5 DC?
5 or 6 DC.
Pick however many you're feeling that day.
Keep picking up dice till your GM looks at you funny and says, "Put some of those back."
Ooh, all right. It's going to take 18, 21, 27 points of radiant damage
Oh.
as this bolt of light blasts into him and gives advantage to whoever attacks next.
Well, unfortunately, the corpse falls to the snow.
I'm fine with that too.
Nice one, Kraloth!
Woo! Thanks. There's still 3 more.
Good job, brother.
Nah, I'm done.
Okay.
Good luck, guys.
As a bonus action, I'm going to move my scythe 20 feet towards the dude to the northeast.
Yeah, sounds good. All 3 of these hunt lords take shots at you on the ridge there, Kraloth.
Show me what you got.
2 shot. Yep, they all miss you.
Nice.
Pew, pew, pew. Red, what do you do?
Red pulls back an arrow and he fires it at the one that Screven has been attacking.
Yeah, the one to the northwest.
Correct. That is a 16 hit.
Yeah, you hit.
Nice.
27 damage.
Excellent.
And I will fire again. 17 to hit.
Yep.
Hey.
20 damage.
Great job. Okay. 2 arrows just pierce his chest, but the corpse still stands. Doran, it's your turn.
Nope. And Screven wants to attack.
Oh,
Please.
Screven.
If you don't mind. Oh, no.
Oh no.
What does your dumb bird do?
Damn it, Screven.
All right, Doran.
No, not the goat. No, leave it alone. No, put the bone down. Go for the... Jack's dying. No, that's Jack. My friend. The elf. What do you mean you don't know what an elf is? We'll talk after.
I'm his friend.
I'm going to use my commander's strike and direct Red to take another attack. Go for it, Red. Take another shot, will you?
Yeah.
And you're going to add 2 to the damage if you hit.
Righto, bud. Oh, 21.
Yep.
Nice.
Same target.
Nice.
18 damage.
Great job. What else are you going to do, Doran?
Doran's going to run up next to Kraloth, and I'm going to pull out my crossbow and just attack the one to the northwest of me.
Cool. Yeah.
The one that Screven's fighting.
Yeah, a 20 to hit,
Yep. Yeah, well done.
Nice.
doing 6 points of damage.
Finally hitting with your crossbow.
Yeah. End of my turn.
All right.
Thank you.
Jack, what do you do?
Pincushion Jack turns Dazan's wand onto himself and turns invisible. And shuffles towards the center of the plinth in the middle here to get a more comfortable away from all the edges, and just kind of reassesses the situation. Takes a minute to try and size these folks up and down, see if there's anything new he can deduce about them since the last time we fought the Hunt Lords. They certainly seem to be getting stronger, and that's very worrying.
Yeah, you can roll an intelligence check if you want.
I'd love to.
Now that you've got a little bit of a cushion of self-preservation there between you and death,
Yeah.
you can roll an Arcana check.
20.
Nice. You can identify the spells Shield, Counterspell, Misty Step. It definitely seems like you can confirm these undead Hunt Lords are gathering not just fortitude, but arcane abilities. They are picking up maybe abilities from previous bodies that they're inhabiting.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, and then Jack's sort of sizing up the situation, trying to figure out what his next move is.
Okay. It's the Hunt Lord's turns. The Hunt Lords stalk ever closer.
Good.
One of them crests the hill up towards you, Kraloth, pulling out its longsword and swiping at you twice. Natural 1.
Oh.
And an 18, which misses.
Hey,
Excellent.
nice. Clink, clank.
The other 2 fire arrows at you, Doran. 16 to hit you, misses.
16 does
Ugh! 4 arrows just miss you.
Aha.
Mm-hmm. And they stalk closer. Kraloth, it's your turn.
Red, how much have you damaged this one?
I don't know, but he only needs a couple hits more.
Then I'm going to cast Sacred Flame. It's a saving throw.
It's a 17.
Oh, he's good.
Damn.
So then I'm going to move my scythe another 20 feet, and I've got 2 rounds left on it.
Excellent. The Hunt Lord beside you, Kraloth, in retaliation, swings his longsword again. And that's a 10 to hit.
Yeesh.
Clank, clank, clank.
Red.
Reddy's gonna attack the one that's standing in front of his friend. With a... Oh, 24.
Nice.
Nice.
21 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And again... Oh, no, 14 to hit.
Mm-mm.
Damn.
No, you miss.
As a bonus action, I spit at him.
You can have Screven attack.
Oh, Screven. Screven will move.
Screven, it's your time.
Screeve. He actually can't get there. He moves 60 feet, but that's about it.
Screven flies over. Doran,
I'm just going to attack this one in front of me here.
do it.
Stop attacking my friend with a 25.
Yep.
Doing only 8 damage, though.
Ooh.
I'll attack again with 23 to hit.
Yep.
Doing
Here he goes.
19 damage.
Hey.
There you go.
Hey.
Doran, you claim your second Hunt Lord.
Come on, you weak bastard. Get over here if you're not afraid of us.
Good one, Doran.
Trying to get him to cross.
Call him a scallywag.
He responds by trying to shoot you and misses.
Dang, those die, Joe.
I know. I can't roll
good
anything
thing.
higher than a 7.
Good.
Jack, it's your turn.
Jack sends a command to Kieran to sort of back up Doran's play. Whoever he's attacking next, he'll have a little help from the hound. And then he extends his hand at the Hunt Lord approaching and launches fire that just materializes in the air from the invisibility in front of him, trying to wallop this one back to the other world. 16.
16 hits.
Yeah.
That's to the one that's just standing opposite Doran, like across the trench.
For 5 whole fire damage.
Woo! Jack,
Ooh-ah.
you shouldn't have.
I'm wavering at the edge of my magical brink here. Still a little terrified, despite the fact Orc Splitter's cries of "go get him" are helpful.
And when you say that Kieran runs over to help, he's going to have to be within melee range of the enemy, right?
Yeah, so I think he's trying to get close enough to where Doran's gonna be. I think is the intention.
Cool. Jack, you're just going to continue hunkering invisibly between 2 slabs of marble?
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
I think that's a good call.
I'm a pincushion already.
How many hit points do you have?
20-ish, 22,
Good.
maybe 21, somewhere in there.
Great.
Not enough. Can I have more?
It is the Hunt Lord's turn. The Hunt Lord that's down in the trench moves closer and I don't think can really see anyone up there. So I think he's going to
Dance?
dance. Just dance.
Nothing left for me to do but
Misty Step is a bonus action.
Sounds like a dance.
do the Misty Step.
So he's going to Misty Step up onto the hill. Now he's directly beside Kieran and Jack, though he cannot see Jack. And I think he's going to try to kill your dog.
The scoundrel.
Classic.
Well, we've already established, we understand that people that try to kill dogs are the bad guys. So
That's right.
Right. Paw Patrol.
Natural 1.
Hey!
Oh.
Kieran scowls at him in his jaunty hat. I should really find his AC before I get too cocky about it. AC's 12.
All right, he's fine.
And skips out of the way. His little
Well, he's
boots-
going to try again. So don't get too excited
Paw
about
Patrol. Paw Patrol.
it. 14 to hit.
You be here on the dot.
6 slashing damage.
Oh.
So Kieran has 5 hit points, and he disappears in a poof of celestial dust.
The other Hunt Lord fires 2 arrows at Kraloth and bedecked in his golden armor.
Blinky blinky.
Man, I cannot hit you. 19.
No.
Both of the arrows miss. Kraloth, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna move my scythe.
Mhm.
The scythe hasn't done anything. All right, this is closing in. The scythe is closing in, people.
It's just
Slowly floating after everybody.
floating back and forth,
I'm coming.
drifting
gonna
around
get
the
you.
valley.
And Kraloth is going to step towards this Hunt Lord that just killed
Mhm.
Kieran,
Mhm.
and he's going to try to get it off balance and off step so that Red can get a good shot on it. So I'm going to use the help action to do that.
Cool. Okay.
So that gives you
Sounds
advantage, Red.
Cool.
Kraloth, it's going to make an attack against you with its longsword as one of its legendary actions.
But I did nothing. I did nothing to you.
And I miss with a 12.
Nice.
It's trash. All right, I'm shaming this dice.
Shame.
Shame.
I think I've used this dice from the very beginning. It's pink on one side, it's purple on the other side. It's got silver numbers, and it is going in the bin. Shame on
To
you.
the jar.
Red.
All right, I'm going to attack. That would be a natural 20.
Whoa!
Nice.
Natural 20. I love it.
25 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Ooh. 23 to hit.
Yep.
28 damage.
Nice.
And Screven.
Oh, who could forget?
Screven flies over and
Screeze out of the night.
he's angry. He's angry that Kieran got bitten. He got a natural 1 and then a 17. So he does hit once.
17 hits.
Yeah, that's a 10 damage.
Great. Doran, what do you do?
Doran charges over and attacks the Hunt Lord that's engaged with Kraloth. And he's going to swing his axe at the Hunt Lord, hopefully hitting with a 15
Yep.
Nice.
and doing 19 points of damage.
Excellent.
Hey.
Nice.
And swinging back around again with a 22,
Mm-hmm.
doing 15 more points of damage.
Nice.
Great job. Jack, it's your turn. Your friends are all like within arm's reach of you pretty much fighting this creature, and like pieces of flesh are just falling off as Doran's hacking at it with his axe. And
Where the hell did Jack go?
He abandoned us. Run away.
I'm right behind you.
Ooh!
I say as I take a step back to get away. I roll to hit this thing with a firebolt, a 27,
yeah.
Ooh, I like it. I like it
and
a lot.
then rolls 7 damage.
Jack,
Nice.
you set it aflame with this firebolt, and the creature crumples to the ground,
Beautiful.
emitting a terrible putrid smell.
Nice.
There's one Hunt Lord remaining.
We got this. And I quickly snatch up Kieran's hat and boots and grab them from the snow.
Oh, they were real. Everything else about him, but those were real.
Spent time just to make sure they don't get burned up.
The remaining Hunt Lord steps back 30 feet and fires 2 arrows at you, Red. 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
That's 3 piercing damage. 14 to hit.
Miss.
Kraloth.
Well, first he's going to move his scythe 20 feet, and it just fades into nothingness.
No.
Almost got to attack, but then Jack came out of nowhere. And then Kraloth is going to step to the edge so that he can still see this abomination, and he is going to cast Sacred Flame.
Mm-hmm. Dex save. 8.
Hey, all right, and I get to do my damage. Ooh, 17 points of damage, radiant.
Nice.
Excellent. Red.
I'm not happy that this guy tried to attack me. I'm going to attack him back.
I would say he successfully attacked you.
No, with a 10.
Nope.
Well, that's a natural 1.
No.
So both of my arrows, I'm like flummoxed. I'm like, how could he?
Well, and he's slowly getting obscured in this mist.
Don't let him get away.
Continually just rolls over him.
I think Red also moves back with the others. He's going to run back to the center.
Okay.
Screven.
Screven does not have enough movement to get over there, but he'll try.
Bless your heart, Screven.
Doran is going to dash
Yeah, Doran, you run.
right up into the face of the Hunt Lord, but I've already used my action surge, so I'm just there. Hey!
Didn't think this one through.
Well, you know what? I'll take my lumps if it means not letting him escape, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you think you're going to run away from us now? Now that we've got you on the run?
The creature hacks at you with its longsword in response. Ooh, with a 25.
And that
Oh,
hits.
shit.
Take 11 slashing damage.
That's a really good idea.
You're up, Jack.
Jack comes around to the front side of the ledge, getting this disappearing Hunt Lord in his sights, and draws the Ild rune in front of him, sending another bolt of fire towards the jerk.
Mm-hmm. Roll to hit.
26.
Yep.
And it does 15 damage.
Nice job. Doran, the creature, continues to try to hit you with his longsword, making these wild swings. Feels like because of its undead body, it's kind of off balance. Natural 1.
Haha.
And
But before you do that, I was going to use my riposte
do it. Yeah,
Hey,
natural
nice.
1.
as a reaction to the natural one. And so I'm going to add 2 to the damage, going to hit with a 24,
Yeah.
and that's
Nice.
going to be total damage of 13.
Excellent. I feel like he lunged out at you wildly and you kind of spun underneath his sword and just buried Orc Splitter in between his ribs.
How you like that?
But you're too close to him now.
Yeah.
And with a 26, he gets you with the longsword.
Mm.
Maximum damage.
Oh, no.
14.
Oof.
Kraloth, it's your turn.
Kraloth is going to run as close as he can.
So you're like 10 feet away from the Hunt Lord.
Yeah, about 10 feet away. And he's going to just gang up on this guy as well, casting Sacred Flame.
Cool.
So that's a reflex save, or
Another 8.
13 points of damage.
Hey.
Red.
Reddy's going to attack. He's real angry that this guy made a miss. And he's going to hit with a 19.
Yep.
27 damage.
Excellent.
He's going to attack again with a 20. Dirty. 22 damage.
Now who's on the run?
And the arrow sings past Doran's head and hits the creature directly in the chest. It falls over once again into the stillness of death.
That's right, you bastards!
Ho!
Jack, where are you?
Right beside you, Red.
Look at that. Doran kind of turns around and gives Kraloth a high five.
Good job, everyone. I want to take a look at these. And Kraloth is going to summon Captain Trenieros once more.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to kneel down over one of these bodies. And he's going to say, do you have any idea why these things keep coming back, Captain?
Captain Trenieros puts a hand on your shoulder, and he drags you roughly from your feet. Look out! The corpse that you're kneeling over begins to move. Tendrils of darkness seep out of the ground, wrapping around the body of the Huntlord, consuming it. You hear a bone snap. A rotten jet of fluid juts out, and then the body is gone, lost to shadows underneath the lip of the spirit mound. Barely a heartbeat later, an eruption of earth, and another body pulls itself out of the ground, crawling. This one is all dry sinew and bones, tangled in the remains of a burial shroud. Around its neck, a totem of some kind, and as it stands, in its hand, a carved javelin. A pinprick of light grows in the dry eye sockets. From nothing, a violet inferno in seconds. It clenches and unclenches its skeletal fist, and wisps of darkness intertwine between the bones of its hand, rendering it more corporeal, filling in the gaps where the flesh should be. The skeleton seems to substantiate with writhing darkness. The Huntlord's searing eyes find your face, Jack, despite your invisibility.
Severed from vengeance. Thank you, servant.
And then, reaching down towards the ground, a jet of darkness leaps from his hand and pierces the spirit mound, releasing a spray of snow and dirt. The shadow buries itself into the earth as the bones of a creature emerges, an avian skull with a yellowed beak, wings webbed with tendrils of dark mist, the animated corpse of a griffin. The Huntlord climbs astride its new mount and takes to the air, wheeling in the darkness, until it's gone.
That can't be good. Thank you once again to our wonderful Patreon supporters, Christopher Ryan Evans, Merlin, Mitchell Cadwell, Ashley and JB, Colin Burkhardt, Brianna and Michael Weber, Daniel, Doug, Jessica Orrit, Jonah Goldman, Katie Orrit, and Maury Koneski. See you soon!
So I'm a bit confused. Was that a bad Huntlord that came back to life for some reason? Or was that some other spirited?
This one's cuddly.
No, that was a good Huntlord.
Well, you said Huntlord, but I don't know if you meant Huntlord.
I do love the 20-minute openings. Those are
That was
a 24-minute opening.
so long.
Very
You're going to cut it down, I'm
24
sure. I actually
minutes?
really like this previous one where we talk about wolves and then Alex
Yeah.
talks about getting high and thinking he hears a coyote one time.
But
Really
after
good
giving you
intro.
so much shit about seeing a real wolf, he's like, I heard a thing and I was stoned and I ran.
It's a very, very endearing introduction.
Thank you from Oh, shit. Let's try that again.